You ever feel like you're kind of playing a part? You know, that the person you're showing everyone isn't really you? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going to explore that pole between our true, authentic self and that protective shell we build around it. Okay, so let's start with this word, histrionic. You've probably heard it thrown around, right? It's almost always used in a disapproving way, to call someone or something too emotional or overly dramatic. But, hearing that label kind of makes you think, doesn't it? And that really brings us to the core question of this whole thing. What is the difference between just being authentic and being dramatic? I mean, where's that line? And more importantly, how do we spot it? Not just in other people, but let's be honest, in ourselves too. All right, to really get our heads around this, we're going to lean on this amazing metaphor that comes straight from nature. Think about the hermit crab and its shell. It's actually a perfect way to visualize this really complex human thing we all do. So it's super simple when you break it down. You've got two parts: the hermit, that's our authentic self, and then you've got the shell, which is our protective self. See? Two totally separate things, but they work together to create this one complete being. Let's dig into each of these a little more. So let's talk about the hermit first. Picture it without its shell. It's totally vulnerable, right? Soft, exposed, completely open to danger. But here's the thing, that is its truest form. That's the real, authentic core, with absolutely nothing covering it up. And then there's the shell. The shell has one job, and one job only: protection. It's there to shield the little hermit from a tough world, to cover up that vulnerable exterior. And this is so important. A hermit crab doesn't pick a shell because it's pretty. No way. It picks one that works, one that provides safety. And just like us, right? As the hermit grows, it has to ditch the old shell and find a new one. Our own protective shells, our personas, they're not set in stone either. They change and evolve right along with us. So this all begs the question, right? Is the shell a bad thing? Is it just us being fake or dishonest? Well, the answer is it's a little more complicated than a simple yes or no. The key is really understanding why we build these shells in the first place. And here's a really crucial shift in how we think about this. It's so easy to see these personas as just hiding who we are. But what if we reframe that? What if it's not about hiding who you are, but about protecting who you are? Suddenly, the shell isn't a prison. It's a shield. It's what lets our authentic self, that vulnerable hermit, actually get through the day without being crushed. So just for a second, let's make this personal. Think about your own shell. What specific dangers does it protect you from? I mean, is it judgment from others, the fear of rejection, maybe just being misunderstood? Just taking a moment to see its purpose is a huge first step. Okay, so if we all have these protective shells, these personas we put on, how in the world do we ever really, truly connect with each other? How do we see past all that and get to the real hermit inside? I mean, it's a huge challenge, isn't it? The shell is designed to be distracting. It's the first thing you notice. So what's the secret? What's the method for, peeling back that layer? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, but it's also really deep. It's not about talking more or asking a million questions. It's found in careful observation, and it happens in silence. It's about creating a quiet space where the truth has a chance to just show up. There's this amazing quote that just nails this idea perfectly. Silence is the loudest mirror, if you dare to look into it. Wow. Think about that. When we're truly quiet, both outside and inside our own heads, we create a kind of mirror. And it doesn't just reflect the other person's true self, it reflects our own too. It definitely takes guts to look into that mirror, but that quiet space, that's where real connection, real understanding is born. All right, so as we start to bring this all together, let's try looking at the exact same idea, but with a slightly different image. The hermit shell is one great metaphor, but you could also think of it as the masks we wear. Yeah, it's pretty much the same deal. On one hand, you've got the plain mask. That's the simple, unadorned truth of who we are. And on the other hand, you've got the glittering mask, the fancy one, the one that catches everyone's eye. It's designed to manage how the world sees us. It's our protector. So I want to leave you with this one final question to carry with you today. As you go about your day, interacting with people, and maybe even when you're just alone with your own thoughts, which mask will you choose to look beyond? The shiny, glittering one that's easy to see? Or will you take a moment in the quiet to see the plain, authentic one that's waiting right underneath?